So today we start with the topic on number systems. In number system we'll study 5 topics: remainders, factors, LCM HCF, factorials, unit digit and last 2 digit. So without wasting any time, let's start with our first topic on remainders. In remainders, first we'll study what are remainders, how do you find out remainders, and what is a negative remainder. Say if I give you 8 divided by 7, you will say remainder is 1, which is very simple. 7 ones are 7. 15 divided by 7, 7 twos are 14, remainder is again 1. 37 divided by 12, 12 threes are 36, remainder is again 1. So this is what you call for remainder, something that remains after you divide. Now let us also understand what is a negative remainder. 8 divided by 7, the remainder is 1. Now this 1 is called as a positive remainder. Now what is a negative remainder? Take multiples of 7 and go beyond 8. 7 twos are 14. Okay, now subtract this 14 from 8. 8 minus 14 is minus 6. So minus 6 is the negative remainder of 8 divided by 7. Now, if you get negative remainder, how do you get positive remainder from negative remainder? Just add them. Just add minus 6 plus 7. What is minus 6 plus 7? 1. Okay, which was the earlier positive remainder. Let's take one more example. 35 divided by 12. 12 twos are 24. 11 is the positive remainder. Right? 24 minus 35. Now what is a negative remainder? Take the multiples of 12 and go beyond 35, which is 36. Subtract 36 from 35. 35 minus 36 is minus 1. So minus 1 is the negative remainder for 35 divided by 12. If you want positive remainder from this negative remainder of minus 1, what will you do? Add minus 1 plus 12, which is nothing but 11, which is the positive remainder. Let's take one more example. 15 divided by 7, 7 twos are 14, 1 is a positive remainder. What if you want a negative remainder? Take multiples of 7, go beyond 15. 7 threes are 21. 15 minus 21 is nothing but minus 6. So minus 6 is the negative remainder for 15 divided by 7. If you want the positive, what will you do? Add minus 6 plus 7, which is nothing but 1. So that's your positive remainder. Now let us also understand how do you find the remainders of bigger number. Okay, split up and solve is a method. Okay, so let's see what is this now. 8 divided by 7, the remainder is 1. 16 divided by 7, the remainder is 2. 7 twos are 40. I can also write 16 as 8 plus 8 divided by 7. So 8 divided by 7, remainder is 1. 8 divided by 7, again the remainder is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Let's take one more example. 24 divided by 7, 7 threes are 21, the remainder is 3. I can also write 24 as 8 plus 8 plus 8 divided by 7. 8 divided by 7, remainder is 1. 8 divided by 7, again the remainder is 1. Again for the next 8, the remainder is 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 is the same answer. So what are we understanding from this? If the number is big, try and split the number. Get the individual remainder to get the final answer. Let's take one more example. 8 divided by 7, remainder is 1. 64 divided by 7, 7 9 is 63, remainder is 1. 5 and 2 divided by 7, again the remainder is 1. I can write 64 as 8 into 8 divided by 7. So 8 divided by 7, 1. 1 into 1 is 1. So I'm splitting up 64 into 2 parts. Similarly, I'll write 5 and 2 as 8 into 8 into 8 divided by 7. Again the remainder is 1 for each of the 8. 1 into 1 into 1 is 1, and that is my remainder. So how do you solve remainder for bigger number? Split the bigger number into smaller number, get the individual remainder to get the final answer for it. Now let's take one more problem which will help us to identify how to find out remainder of bigger number. Now 1956 into 1955 into 1954 divided by 19. If I multiply all the three, 1956, 55 and 54, it will be a 10 to 11 digit, which is a very big number. So what will I do if I get a big number? I'll split up and solve. That is what we have learned. When you get bigger numbers, split up and solve. Get the individual remainders and then find the final remainder. So first I'll divide 1956 divided by 19. Okay, so what is the remainder? 18. Divide 1955 by 19. What is the remainder? Since there's just one less, 17. Divide 1954 by 19. So what is the remainder? Which is 16. So the problem is now reduced to 18 into 17 into 16 divided by 19. I can just multiply this 3, 18 into 17 into 16 and divide this by 19. I'll get the answer to the question. Okay, if I just multiply these three numbers and divide it by 19, we'll get the answer, which was nothing but the answer of 1956 into 1955 into 1954 divided by 19. But we need to solve it quickly. Okay, and that is where the concept of negative remainder comes into picture. When you want to solve the problem quickly, okay, so negative remainder is never our answer. It is just a method to get the answer quickly. So 18 divided by 19, the negative remainder is minus 1. 17 divided by 19, negative remainder is minus 2. And 16 divided by 19, the negative remainder is minus 3. Now just multiply minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3, okay, which is nothing but 6 into minus 1 minus 6 by 19. Okay, but minus 6 is the answer of negative remainder, and negative remainder is only a concept to solve the problem quickly. Okay, to get the positive remainder, add minus 6 plus 19 is nothing but 13, and that is the answer to the question of 1956 into 1955 into 1954 divided by 19. If you do this, you will get the answer of remainder as 13. Okay, and this solves the problem on remainder. So remember, what did we learn from here? If you get a bigger number, split it up into smaller number, get the remainder for smaller numbers, then eventually perform the same operation of sign that is given between the numbers to get the final answer.